Hey everybody, it's your girl Nell and welcome to the channel. I just wanted to come by today. Oh, it's Monday, September the 8th, 2025, and it's raining outside. Well, it is the rainy season here in Florida, but it's raining outside. But today I came into the tiny studio because I wanted to talk to you about 3 different subjects. Well, it's all under the umbrella of they can get it today. Because I'm in that type of mood. I'm in the mood for, socking it to some people today. And I want to talk to you about 3 people. I want to talk to you about Keke, Wyatt. I want to talk to you about Tabitha Brown. And I want to talk to you about the Jacksons. Those 3 peoples, they can get it today. And they're going to get it from Nell. Listen, okay, first of all, I want to know, okay, why were the Jacksons, primarily I believe it's Jackie, Marlon, and Terrell Jackson, which is Tito's son, why were they performing for the UK Reformation Party the other day? What was up with that? I mean, do they not know what the UK Reformation Party is all about? Do they not know that the right-wing UK Reformist Party is the cousin of MAGA here in the United States? What the red? Oh, I'm flabbergasted. What are we doing? What are we doing, Jackie? You're the oldest. You tell me. What are we doing here? What are we doing, Marlon? Terrell, I know those are your uncles, but what are you doing? What is y'all doing? Okay? What are you doing? What are you thinking? Why would you perform for the Reformists? I think it's the Reformists. Why would you perform for the Reformist Party? Okay, do you not know what they stand for? And you cannot tell me that you don't know, because you do know. But I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe the Jacksons need some help. Okay, maybe they need a political science lesson, because I'm still not messing with Janet. Okay, and based on what Janet was saying last year, okay, about Kamala Harris, yeah, I'm still not messing with her. Okay, and remember, Janet had some fired I guess one of her managers over some statements that she made about former VP Kamala Harris. And when the manager came out and said, look, Janet did not mean it this way. Janet was like, don't apologize for me. Janet said, don't apologize for me. As a matter of fact, you're fired. Okay. See, the Jacksons, those are my peoples. Okay. Those are my peoples. Love me some Jacksons. But, lately they've been on some, some dumb stuff. And I'm going to have to call it out. Okay. I think I called out Janet last year. Now I have to call out, Marlon and Jackie over there. Because why are you performing for the UK's version of MAGA? What is going on? I understand that you probably need the money. I understand that a gig is a gig. I understand that you guys are entertainers. Okay. And probably, was thinking that line that you guys used way back when, maybe back when you guys were younger Black men, where you guys, when asked about, what were your political views, you guys say, hey, we don't have any, we're just entertainers. I mean, listen, you're not kids anymore. You're senior citizens at this point, and you should know better than anybody that performing for a group of people who are, fighting right now to extinguish the rights of minorities in the UK, you should know that that was not a cool move. And if you don't know, your girl Nell just told you. You're on thin ice, Jackie. You're on thin ice, Marlon. One more mishap out of you. I don't know. I won't be throwing away my Jackson 5 albums, but I will be giving you the side eye. Okay? I'm not giving you the side eye yet, but I will be giving you the side eye. And eventually, please don't make me do you the way I had to, kick Janet to the curb. Because guess what? I will. And speaking about getting kicked to the curb, what's up with Keke Wyatt? Oh my God. Did you guys see her son, Roger's IG live? Oh my God. Why did that boy break my heart last week? Girl, I'm like, what is going on in Keke Wyatt's household? What really set me off there was when Roger said, and I'm paraphrasing here, when he said his mother told him that she wished she had withheld funds for his cancer treatment upon realization that he was gay. He also said that while she was in public crying and, asking for, help and sympathy and empathy because her son, was suffering from cancer, while she was doing that and displaying one face to us, all right, at home, she was saying those type of nasty things to her child. Now listen, I have seen Keke Wyatt be aggressive. I have seen her be rude, mean, all the things, okay? I just chalked it up to the fact that, the lady has a lot of kids. She's pregnant all the time. She's probably hormonal all the time. But this part, treating your son, actually saying that to your son, telling your son you wish you had withheld financial ends for his cancer treatment. You wish you did not provide it for him because he's gay. That is shocking. All right. Listen, I have four grown children, okay? And they make decisions that I sometimes do not agree with. All right? But the only thing that I can do is allow my children to live their lives, and be happy. That's all I can do. All right? For me to tell my son that, my son is not gay, by the way, but for me to tell my son that if he was gay, that I wish I had not taken him to the hospital when I thought he had fallen and broken his leg. I wish I had not done that. Or for me to tell my daughter something like that, I wish I had not, taken you to the hospital when you fell off your bike and busted open your chin. I wish I hadn't done that because, you ended up marrying somebody that I don't like at all. I wish I hadn't done that for you. That is just so ridiculous. It's insane. Why would you say that to your child? And what does that say about you, Keke, who's supposed to be a so-called ordained minister? At one point, you were talking about how you had your own church. You're supposed to be saved. What does that say about you as a so-called Christian? But many times, child, when it comes to Christians or when it comes to people who call or claim themselves to be devout, anything religious, they are usually the ones who are the worst. And yes, I said it. The worst. Okay, they treat their family members, their kids, like crap. They are so hypocritical. They are so, it's ridiculous. It don't make sense because God is a God of love. The last time I checked, okay, for her to have said something like that to her son and then, call herself being a pastor over a church, over a congregation. The world don't need those type of problems. Okay, the world certainly does not need those type of problems. There are already too many charlatans in the pulpit as it is. Okay, and I'm guessing that we can count Keke as one of those charlatans now. How you gonna save souls when you're tearing down and demolishing souls that you gave birth to? Does that make sense? Hell no. Keke Wyatt, you can get it today too. And you're going to get the Nell side-eye because that don't make no sense. Why would you tell your child some nonsense like that? How many kids you got now? 11 kids, and you have not learned one thing about being a good mother. That's sad. Really sad. And now to the last person that's going to get it on this beautiful Monday, that would happen to be Miss Tabitha Brown. Right now, I would like to play for you something that Tabitha said, okay? And you tell me what you think in the comment section, but I'm going to give my opinion about this in a second. Okay, here we go.
Hello there. Real quick, this is not to discourage you, because I want us to be clear about that first, okay? You gotta been in this place for a long time, okay? Now listen, you got good ideas. Baby, you got good ideas. Your execution is not as good, okay? Your follow through, not as good. The ideas though are great. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe it ain't been working for you, okay? And you're doing a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, you done got yourself in some mess, and it's time for you to get a job. You hear me? You just gonna need to get a job for a little while. Okay, it don't mean your ideas ain't good. Okay, it don't mean that maybe one day you could be a good entrepreneur. But you have proven to yourself and everybody else that you owe money to, okay, that it ain't working right now. Okay, it ain't worked for a while. It actually has never worked yet. Doesn't mean it won't ever work. But right now you need to go to work. You're gonna need to get a job, okay? And then keep working towards it. But at least you'll have a job while you are pursuing that thing. But right now, you need to get a job, baby. All right? That's it. I love you. Now go about your business. Okay, have a good night. Tomorrow have a good day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's here. Don't be mad.
So apparently black women are...
Think on that. Think about that. Can you believe that sister had the nerve to say that? Can you believe Tabitha Brown had the nerve to tell us, sisters who are out here struggling to make it, struggling with our business? She acknowledged that we are out here struggling. She gonna tell us that we need to fall back and get us a job. Yes, she did. Tabitha, have you not heard what's going on in the world today, in this country today? Tabitha, have you not heard that 300,000 black women are currently out of work? Have you not heard that? Where have you been, my sister? Where have you been? Where? 300,000 black women are currently out of jobs. Okay? Did you not hear what the jobs report stated to us Friday? Only 22,000 jobs were created in the month of August. 22,000. Not 100,000. Tabitha, the black unemployment rate is up It's at 7.6%. What are you doing? Now listen, I do understand that there comes a time in an entrepreneur's life, okay, where she has to think of new ways to hustle up on some cash. Okay, because sometimes business gets slow. I'm one of those black women who is an entrepreneur, and I have several things in the fire. But one of my main things that was in the fire dried up because of my husband's illness. So my business became, it really got to the point where there was no business. Let me just be honest with you. There was no business. And so I had to make sure that the other two businesses that I had going, that I continued to work hard with those. Okay. So as a freelance journalist, I have other irons in the fire that I had to continue to stoke really hard. Okay. But it is a serious balancing act, and it takes time. Telling a sister that she just needs to give up and go back out into the world to get a job, get a 9 to 5. Where is this coming from, Tabitha? Who asked you for this advice? Because it certainly wasn't the 300,000 plus black women who are currently unemployed. It wasn't them. It wasn't me, who is an entrepreneur at this time. And no, I might not be selling my wares at Target, which we are currently banning, okay, which I have not forgotten, Tabitha, how you try to prevent black women from stop. You try to prevent black women from banning Target. I remember that. Okay, there's a video on my channel where, hey, I even supported you. I even said, look, let's think about what we're doing before we do it, because we don't want to damage our sisters who are already in business and selling product out of Target. I said that. I was in the minority. Okay, I was willing to buy your products online instead of going to Target, though. I was. I didn't want to see your business fail, Tab. I didn't. But looky here. Now you got people like me out here looking like a fool. Because the very same people, okay, that you're telling, black women, that you're telling that they need to stop trying to hustle up on some cash, on some money, that they need to put their dreams aside and go out and get a job. These are also the same women that said, you know what? Okay, Tab, figure it out, but we're not shopping at Target. Figure it out. Figure out what you're going to do, because we're not shopping at Target anymore. Those women, okay, those women who also supported you all of these years, supported your brand, supported the great things that you were doing, supported your ascension. Those same black women. Each and every time within this last year, Tab, you have stabbed those women in their back. You really have. You really have. Those same women that you're telling to put their dreams aside and go back and get a job supported your dreams, sister. They supported you. Okay? They were willing to support you even though Target was being banned, sis. They were willing to support you then by going shopping with you online. They were. And for you to tell us to just kick our dreams to the side, kick our dreams to the curb, for you to tell us that our dreams aren't good enough, that we could never be a Tabitha Brown, to tell us that our inventions and the things that we want to do with our lives, the things that we want to do business-wise, to tell us that our dreams and our business acumen and all of those things that go into starting a successful business, to tell us that we are just not good enough and that we ain't got it, that ain't where it's at, sis. And I'm going to tell you right now, you have lost my support totally. Totally, girl. That, the way you did that, the way you came at us was wrong, especially in this economy that we got going on today. Do you know how many Black women right now are going to start a business or have no choice but to start a business because they are out of work, because they are unemployed, sister? Do you not know that? Where do you be at? Do you have your head buried in the sand? I mean, Tabitha, you say, this is what you say now. You say that you're clairvoyant. You say you're intuitive. Okay? That's what you say. Did not the universe tell you or inform you that we're going through or heading through dark days, sis? Dark days. And when we hit periods of dark days, Black women stand up. Black women all over the place start businesses. We're just innovative in that way. Black women will start a business in a minute, especially when we're going through difficult times. I'm one of them. During the recession or the recession back in 2007, 2008, I had all kinds of businesses going on. I was getting up all kinds of money. Okay. I not only had a business where I cleaned commercial places like restaurants, banks, doctors' offices. Okay. I also cleaned people's mansions. Okay, that was a business I came up with that I had to. I cleaned apartments. I cleaned townhouses. I had contracts to do all kinds of stuff. Okay, because going through hard times, you have to start thinking. You have to start thinking, and that's what Black women do. We are some of the best ones to tell you how to start a business. We will start a business in a minute. We'll start a business in our tiny studios. We'll start a business in our basement. We'll start a business in our kitchen. Okay, let me tell you about the businesses that I've started, child. I had my cleaning business with my husband. Okay, I had a resume business where I did resumes and cover letters. Okay, yes, I did that as well. I had a telemarketing business. I was an independent contractor for a company where I did telemarketing every day out of my home office. Okay, let me tell you what else I've done. All right, I've thrown papers. All right. I had a business where I was throwing newspapers every day, 7 days a week. Okay. I was doing that. I had a business where I made wreaths for residential and business doors, wreaths. Okay. I had a baking business where I baked bread, I baked cakes, and I baked pies. I had a daycare business where I had kids that I took care of. Okay. I had a lock business where I maintained and started locks on my clients. Okay. Don't tell me about businesses. I've had lots of businesses, and it did not matter whether or not the business lasted for a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. It don't matter. They were still operable businesses, and they operated for a time because they provided for me and for my family. And that's my husband's phone. That was my husband's phone. But they operated for a period of time. They had a purpose, and they fulfilled that purpose. So Tab, keep your 10 or not 10 cents, keep your 2-cent comment to yourself. You need to get back on the internet, and you need to apologize, because whoever that message was for, it wasn't for the 300,000 Black women who are unemployed, and it wasn't for the rest of us who are entrepreneurs. It was for somebody that you personally know, and you should have kept that message to them, between you and them, and not between us, you and us. Okay, Tab? And I'm giving you the side eye. See, you got it today. You got it today, sis. You got it today. Okay? You really, really did. And I don't mind giving it to you. Sis, what you need to do, you need to hop back on Instagram and apologize. That's the first thing you need to do. Get on the internet and apologize to us black women for what you said. Okay? Do that. And from this point on, if you want to give out advice, you need to sit down with someone and talk to them about how you should be able to give it or present it to the public. Because what your message was, you may think your message was the right message, but let me tell you something. It was at the wrong time. The wrong time. Because when black women, when we feel that our backs are up against the wall, we come out swinging. Okay, I am sure and I am certain that there are 300,000 unemployed black women right now who are thinking about what their next entrepreneurial move is going to be, how they are going to be able to hustle up on some money. Okay, I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that out of that 300,000 unemployed black women who were fired from the government, I believe that out of that number of women, some of those women are starting businesses as we speak. So what you're talking about, Tabitha, is a bunch of bull. And what I think you need to do, sis, you need to get off that high horse you own. Tie it up to the post there, the little post right there that we tie up little high horses to. And you to come down here with us. Because come down here with us and read the room. Because what you just did, you have just infuriated your customer base. And somebody may be having that same conversation that you had with us, that same conversation with you in the near future. How about that? Now don't go out here and say nothing else to ruin somebody's day, Tab. I'm your girl, Nell. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Those are some things I had to get off my chest while I was sitting in the tiny studio. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you again here in the tiny studio tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that like button and continue to have a wonderful Monday. And tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the Jacksons, Keke, Wyatt, and Tabitha Brown. Let me know in the comment section. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.